Hello, Jeff. Thank you for your time. This is Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is a couple things. One is to give you some techniques, tips, and tricks you can use on your website to increase your online traffic, your leads, your presence in your business. And two is to compare your website to a local competitor's website in another area that's doing the same thing, and which will increase your traffic and your leads. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, citations, and whatever I talk about here, they're free tips to you. But if you want to talk about that or anything else, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, let's talk about these steps here. So first is content. So on your homepage, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, depending on competition, number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what you want your website to be found for. So right now, actually laid out website, got YouTube there, talks about you guys are trusted, what you're about. So it wouldn't change much actually at all on the front end on the website, but you can do some things on the back end that you really can't see that increase your searchability with Google, that increase all these service areas that you provide for. So speaking of Google, if I lived in mcdonald, Pennsylvania, I might type this in looking for your services, Plumber, mcdonald, Pennsylvania. This is a good investment if you haven't done this already. There's ways to optimize these investments and get up here to outrank these competitors, to be right in front of the face of consumers. That's one strategy. Here's the map pack here. So if you do have the mcdonald, Pennsylvania address, you really need to be up here. That's very important. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. So the goal is to organically be at the top of the page for any kind of service you provide and area you provide for. Typically, we don't count directories like Yelp and Angie's List because consumers, they're going to go to a local business, especially if it's an emergency type of service. So actually, not counting all these directories, you're actually number one right here. So good job in mcdonald, PA. So there you are right there. So keep that up. But I'm going to show you how to optimize your website even more to get in the more competitive market in this Pittsburgh area. Because if you have a stronger website, you can compete with some of the bigger competitors in this area as well, which that's the area that you serve. So to do that comparison, here's a tool here we use called Ahrefs, and here's your URL. So right now you're using 452 keywords. That's definitely a good start with keywords. Yes, I would just keep increasing your content though. The more keywords you have, the more searchability you have. So definitely keep the ones you have. You want to have higher volume, more bang for your buck. Think about those buyer tent services, plumbing repair, plumbing services, emergency plumbing, and then you tag them to all the cities, those service areas that you go to. And that's how you increase your keywords over time to not only match your competitors, but start outranking your competitors. So good job on your keywords, but just compare that to a bigger area here, Plumber, Pittsburgh, and I'll just compare your website. There's some big names in this area, but there's one that's kind of in the middle that he's still on the first page of this Brookline Plumber. If you could outrank this website right here in Pittsburgh, be on the first page of the Pittsburgh big market, that's going to increase your leads exponentially. So here's their website right here. And actually, I like yours a lot better. But he's doing some things on the back end that's getting him some traction in that Pittsburgh area. So here's his URL. Here's his numbers right here. So he's only using 73 keywords, but his might be just maybe a little bit more intentional maybe since he's in that Pittsburgh area. But again, everything that's right here that applies to you, you could put on your website and you could tag it, you optimize it. See, he's having more search volume here. So even though he's having less keywords, he's having more search volume. But you can put it on your website there, tag it, and then you can match him and then eventually start outranking him, start dominating him. Second is backlinks. So a backlink is anywhere where one website is linking to another website. These links act like an endorsement of your website from others, and Google will use that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. It's also like a popularity contest. Person with the most backlinks wins, but keep it in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have strong, relevant backlinks to your website. If you have links outside your industry, just doesn't give you trust power, search power with Google. So right now you have 29 backlinks with 8 reference domains. But just compare that to a competitor that's on that first page over in Pittsburgh. Yeah, this is where he's getting some push power here. So even though you're beating him in keywords, he's beating you in backlinks here. So he has 211 backlinks with 32 reference domains. Great thing about backlinks too, you don't have to recreate the wheel. You do a deep dive in his backlinks. You find the ones that are that anybody can follow, that are good, that are strong, and you put them on your website as well, and you add to them a month after month. So eventually you want your numbers looking like this, and even increasing your keywords more, increasing your backlinks. He's getting this traffic 206 compared to the traffic you're getting here with 79. And then finally, there's citations. So if you have this mcdonald, Pennsylvania business address, you really need to be up here because this is where your business name, number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. And they help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this could generate huge amounts of revenue. The goal is to be in the top 3 here, much like on pages 2 or 3 of Google. People don't click for more services. People don't click this button for more businesses. So you want to be in the top 3. And to do that, you increase your citations with directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, BBB, hundreds of others you've probably heard of. Also, having a strong social media presence works great here too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank above them. So once your content, your backlinks, and your citations, once they come together, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's worth it. To be in the eyes of consumers here in the map pack, maybe here with Google Ads, and also up here organically with all the areas that you serve. So not sure what your margins are, but imagine that it generates some pretty decent revenue. And also there's many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, please feel free to reach out. I can help you out with that, give you some more information, or we just talk about goals. I can do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So if you leave me a line of feedback, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time and much luck in your business.